you slimy bastard. Oh, okay, well, yeah, but never mind. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about the Nintendo, well, Switch. So, with that being said, Nintendo has possibly solved the Joy-Con drift issue on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I've never been one to be bothered by the drift issue because I use Xbox controllers, and if you use these freaking things, they drift and break all the freaking time. There's even a lawsuit about it right now. I'm 100% sure it had multiple lawsuits. Let's see. There's a bunch of articles about the Xbox One drift issue, and I've had it with all the controllers you can imagine. To be honest, I've had drift so much in my life. Now I'm pretty much used to it. Like I when I hold the controller and I'm playing a game, like I adjust for the drift. It's kind of unbelievable that it's like 2021 and these companies, these multi-billion-dollar companies, can't freaking make a controller that doesn't drift. But apparently, according to this article, Nintendo may have fixed the issue. So did they? I don't really know. I haven't read the article yet. So I guess let's just jump in and read. So recent a breakdown. That's always really cool to watch. So I guess some guy's gonna open the thing up, and we're gonna see what they did. So the Nintendo Switch has seen its fair share of success since its first launched back in 2017 with a compact and inventive design that's not comparable to its competitors. Well, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna get into that. And an abundant, impressive library of games. The Nintendo Switch is beloved by many in the gaming community, although the console has had a long-standing hardware issue that may be getting closer to being resolved. Yeah, people really bitched about the Joy-Con issue on the Switch. It's the loudest one. I know Xbox for sure has it. I've experienced it. Sony has the least drift issues. Barely noticed any. I've had a couple throughout my gaming career with Sony, but it's mostly Xbox and Nintendo, but Nintendo's the one that people are the most vocal about. So, which I guess maybe it's because of how popular the Switch is. I don't know, but let's just continue. So, the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con controllers have been a console staple since the launch of the console, but the controllers have had persistent problems with control stick drift, a rather detrimental issue that will digitally move the control stick in one direction without user input. God damn it, when you're playing a platformer. Many Nintendo Switch owners have experienced controller drift when using the Joy-Cons, but now it seems Nintendo might be developing a more permanent solution. When disassembling a new Legend of Zelda themed Joy-Con, a Twitter user by the name of Chicken Noodle Gamer noticed two little strips of foam placed on the real foam. Oh my god. They're gonna solve the issue with foam. That's so funny. Okay, two little strips of foam placed on the inner top and bottom ends of this analog stick. Oh my god. So these foam strips seem to indicate the pressure is put on the controller stick to hopefully prevent controller drift. An observation that was later followed up by another Twitter user. Thanks to YouTuber VK, it's known that pressure to the back of a Joy-Con control stick stops drift. Wow. I opened my Zelda Joy-Cons. I noticed strips. They're not in any Joy-Cons me or other have seen. Please share this post. Wow. So it does look... Oh, shout out to Spawnwave. It does look like Nintendo put foam in the newest Joy-Con controllers behind the joystick module. Also, Nintendo seems to have been doing this for a little while now at least. My yellow Joy-Con for a couple of years ago also has it. Maybe it's by accident. It's a factory line. It can't be by accident, but I don't know. So Twitter user Spawnwave echoed Chicken Noodle Gamer's findings, but also mentioned that similar foam strips were found in a Joy-Con controller purchased a couple of years prior. Right now, there's nothing to truly indicate that these foams are either the solution or cause of... Okay, so we don't know for sure if they fixed the Joy-Con drift, or maybe that dude just has a good controller. Maybe Nintendo did jack shit. I mean... But historically, people like to credit Nintendo for all kinds of weird stuff, like that they didn't do, you know. But I guess so. That's a thing. However, trying to fix. Yeah, that's so freaking crazy to me that like Nintendo, like the Switch was gonna be a success either way. They were gonna sell a shit ton of those, not because of the Switch itself, but also because it's more of a successor to the 3DS because Nintendo's never gonna release a handheld console again. Maybe, I don't know. Like, they're just gonna have variations of the Switch concept because it doesn't make sense to have a 4DS and a Switch. Like, it's competing platforms at that point because they're both meant to be played on the go. So Nintendo has to have known they were going to sell a shit ton of Switches. So I have no idea why they haven't fixed this problem even with the Switch Lite, which came out like years after. So I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know. Like, why would you open up yourself to lawsuits? It could make sense in a way. It could make sense in the terms of like Nintendo's like, we have 50 lawyers. We don't give a shit. The margins don't matter. Just sell. That could be it. But if this is what Nintendo is doing, even though it seems little, if it does fix the issue, then it fixes the issue, and I guess that's all that matters. For me, I don't really give a shit about drift that much because I use controllers for years, and I use a controller with drift issues for years because, you know, like, I don't want to spend money to buy another one, so just adjust it to it. But I get other people who just want a controller that works because they spend their hard-earned money on the thing, so it should work as advertised. I get that. So, you know, yeah. Other than that, I have nothing really else to say. So with that being said, for those of you who are watching, wherever you may be in this world, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in another video that's gonna be about, I don't know.